Welcome back to 3 Plus U. One of the things I love about Chattanooga is our medical community, CHI Memorial specifically, who we're going to be focusing on today. Not only do they have an incredibly high-tech approach to medicine, they also have a holistic approach to medicine. A couple of great examples here with me today. Chyela Rowe is registered drama therapist. She is with CHI Memorial Arts in Healthcare. And Steve Dean is a singer-songwriter out of Nashville. And we are so glad that you guys are both using your time and your talents to help heal. I think it's a great thing. An amazing event coming up. We'll talk more about this in just a moment. It's the Cam Busch Endowed Arts for Health Lecture Series. It's coming up on April 11th. That is a Thursday. And real quick, Chyela, let's start with you. Tell me a little bit about this event.
Well, the Cam Busch Endowed Arts for Health Lecture Series has been going on for 19 years. Well, this is the 19th year. And every year we have a variety of speakers and performers who will come and share with us basically how the arts are healing in a variety of ways. And this year we have Steve, who's coming from Nashville, and he's going to be performing and singing and answering questions. I mean, it's going to be really fun, exciting.
And Steve, let's bring you in and give people just a little bit of your history, a little bit of your background as a Nashville songwriter.
Okay. I've been over there for a long time. I most recently had the most performed song in country radio called Watching You by Rodney Atkins.
Right.
And I've had other songs recorded by George Strait, Reba, Waylon Jennings. I mean, I've been around a long time.
Which is very impressive to me because I'm a fan of every single artist that you just mentioned. So that's awesome. I love also that you're using your talents now to help heal, and you do it through a very specific way. I'd like for you to talk about that if you can. It's helping veterans.
Yes, I'm working with an organization called Operation Song, and it's based out of Nashville, but we've opened a Chattanooga chapter. We're going into our 5th year coming up in May. We'll start our 5th year. We are writing the veterans' stories and putting that to song, which is a very healing process. I mean, a lot of these veterans have had the PTSD, especially Vietnam era, even the more recent, the younger ones too, but they've had the PTSD shoved down and they hold on to it for 40 or 50 years. It's been for all those years. And so what we're doing is we're getting that out and helping them get that out on a piece of paper and saying, okay, so now I can deal with it. Because a lot of times these veterans, their wives or spouses or whatever will hear their song and go, I never knew that about him. He never talked.
So what is it about putting that into a song that just gets people to open up?
I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with getting a guitar out for one thing and start strumming a few chords and getting someone to feel comfortable, because everybody loves it when a guitar comes out.
Yeah, that is true. It's one of those things I always wish I could play, and as soon as I try to learn how to play it, I realize, oh, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to sound good on a guitar. Chyela, let's come back to you. Now, that's a great example. I love that. You focus specifically on drama and healing, and I know this is a fairly new program at CHI Memorial. Tell me about the program and how drama fits into that.
So drama therapy that's what I was trained in, but I also did a master's in expressive arts therapy, which is intermodal. It's art, music, dance, drama, all of it sort of interworking together. So that's what interested me about the program at CHI Memorial. Is we do have a visual art collection that's curated with the intent of having a healing impact on the whole community, whether you're a visitor, a patient, or a staff person at Memorial. We also have musicians and dancers that come into the hospital and perform, either in the room or in the lobby areas for everyone. And then the drama is something that, I will find ways over time as we develop the program, maybe to impact support groups or starting work with patients. It just depends on how we can.
One interesting thing, we were talking about this off air a little bit, is that as somebody who has been kind of on the outskirts, kind of tangentially involved in drama, I've seen how it's positively impacted kids.
Yes.
Whether giving confidence, whether helping them come out of their shell. So I've seen the positive impact, but here it's different in that we're taking the arts, songwriting, drama, music, and specifically focusing in on the idea of healing. Is that a good way to?
So the arts are a language. Essentially, it was the first medicine anyway, right? People used dancing and singing as far back as you can go in the history of humankind. We have used those for healing properties. It's sort of a natural way for us to be expressive, to work out our experiences in those creative ways. And I think we do that on a daily basis anyway. We interact with imagery, we maybe sit in the shower and go through a conversation again and again, and you try it on in a different posture, you use different words.
Everybody does that?
Everybody does that.
I'm not
yes.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, those are...
Especially an argument.
No.
I should have said. Yeah.
I should, and then,
Next time.
Think about it, when you're alone and you're sort of putting that muscle memory into it, or you're trying on a different posture, it feels different. Your experience of that is different, and that's sort of the foundational underpinning of it.
And this is all like a front edge stuff where we're experimenting and trying and seeing exactly how it fits in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's some experimentation to it, but there's also 40, 50, 60 years of research and history that have gone into the fields that surround these as therapeutic tools.
And I like that we're talking about therapy/healing. And I think that's important to point out to people. It's not help you feel good about a situation only. Right. It's also about literally healing the mind, healing the body.
I had the pleasure of sitting in on an Operation Song group a couple of weeks ago. And as a creative arts therapist, observing what was going on in the process of that room, it was clear to me that there was healing going on. The whole experience of the trust and the safety in that group, the way people shared and listened to one another. But you're right, it was the music. Like that element of Steve sitting in the room, improvising, creating music and sound around everything that was coming into it in a way was so beautiful and authentic, and allowed people to really open up and play with the words that they were creating. They had written out narratives of their stories, and then they piece it together in a poetic format.
So you've seen a lot of
and
people
then put
crying,
music
haven't
to
you?
it.
We should
It's
have
beautiful.
Kleenex as one of our sponsors.
That is, I can only imagine. Well, let's get people to the event. It's called the Cam Busch Endowed Arts for Health Lecture Series, 19th year, Thursday, April 11th. If it's been going for 19 years, that means that it's a success. They're doing it right, and you need to be part of it, especially if healing, drama, music, you want to find out how you can take that and maybe incorporate it into what you do musically, dramatically, what have you. Check it out. It's 5 o'clock will be the reception. 6 o'clock, Steve will be performing and doing his thing. It's out at the Hunter Museum of American Art, always a great venue. And I would encourage you to get tickets. Go to memorial.org/healingarts and call 495-4438. I think this is great, and thank you guys for the work that you are doing to help heal our community. CHI Memorial. Good stuff. We'll take a quick break. More 3 Plus U right after this.